Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. Another weekend of painting, but getting very exciting because we actually are adding the colour in. So it's the first time I think most of you will see the dark green, which I think is a really, really awesome colour and one of my favourite colours in this colour scheme. So just a little bit more about the air gun. So as many of you will have read from the profile of our channel, you know, I'm no expert. This whole project has taught me a whole bunch of new things that I've never tried before, and one of them is painting with a proper spray gun. So for those of you who've never used one before and are thinking about using one for the first time, there are some really, really good YouTube channels out there which talk to you particularly about setting the gun up and all the settings and things like that. I think the one that I keep looking at is a channel called Paint Society. He's really explains it really easily. But just for those of you who are interested, there's basically, I would say, four main factors that you need to get right to get a really, really nice finish. The first one is the air pressure. So you can see down here that I have an air pressure valve as well as a water filter, and then you can see the gauge here. So apparently it's around about between 18 and 22 PSI you should be aiming for. So that's probably about what I'm using, maybe a little bit less. I'm probably more in this sort of 18 area. The next one is the paint flow. So how much paint actually comes out with the air. That's what this one back here is. When you set it, you basically pull this trigger in as far as you can go. You turn this all the way in until it can't go any further, and then you just back it out a little bit. The next one is the fan. So that's what this one on the side does here. So again, setting it, close it all the way off. And then what you'll find is when you spray, you'll get like a little circle of paint. So what you're actually looking for is an oval that's about kind of that high. So then you just sort of slowly start opening it up until you get the oval that you like. And the final thing, and this has taken a little bit of tinkering and a bit of experimentation for me, is the thickness of the paint. So I've mentioned to you previously that I use just basic house paint that you can get from a major hardware store. So this is acrylic, so which is water-based, or I think the Americans call it latex. And I've talked to you before about the Floetrol, which helps with the surface tension of the paint and helps it smooth out a bit better. And I've also talked to you about my mix, which is having some water. Now this morning I mixed this all up and it was too watery. I'm not sure whether you can see just here. I did a little test spray and it was just running terribly, like it was just sort of way too thin. So one of the things I have been doing is I've got a piece of cardboard set up on the wall, and what I'll do is I'll do a whole bunch of test sprays until I find that I'm getting exactly the right consistency and having the paint go on the right way. And this morning I probably did it 10 times really badly until I finally got the right balance of all of those factors. And then I sprayed out a little test piece of cardboard like that, and that didn't run at all, and it looked really, really good. So it gave me the confidence to get on with the painting. So we'll probably show you a little bit of the green going on now, and then I'll come back and talk about something else related to the build. Okay, here we are. After a day of painting and finishing, I have the results all in front. So this is the sub wing. So this is the one that goes between the two wheels for the undercarriage of the plane. As you can see, we had to do an assembly. So you can see finally we've got the cowl on, we've got the side panels on, the green up here turned out beautifully. I just decided to put the guns on just for you all to have a look. So, and the good news is we didn't get too much overspray or anything on the interior. So I'm really, really happy with that. We've got the hatches here. Did a great job on those. So they're absolutely perfect, even though you won't really see them underneath. We've got the various wing struts. as you can see here in the black and the green. So listen, I'm really, really happy with the results. There's a couple of little, very, very small things that I may well clean up in the next couple of weeks. But from our point of view and from the point of view of being able to move forward, I think we can call this done. So it's time to get on with other parts of the build. Just one other thing I thought I would update you all on. In the last film, we were talking about the tests that I did with the Z-stitch. So I know it's really hard to sort of see across there, but there's basically a wavy line down there that I did with wood glue in a syringe like this. You can actually sort of see it across there if the light gets it well enough there. But anyway, this is quite a time-consuming process, and it's also a bit inconsistent, so it's a bit blotchy here. So we're going to flash up a couple of photos right now. So there's another modeler in the States that's currently building an absolutely fantastic Fokker D.VII. Listen, he's a way more skilled builder than I, and he's also very, very good with 3D printing. So what he's actually done for me is he's printed out an entire set of Z-stitch 3D prints, and they're actually being mailed over to me right now. So I think that's going to be a better way to go, because this is so time consuming. It's also inconsistent. So hopefully I'm going to be getting those in the next week or so, and we'll do a real test either on one of these or on the main wing with the 3D printed Z-stitches, and we'll see what that looks like. But that's a really, really exciting development. And you know that when we're working on, you know, fine detail like that, we really are getting seriously along in the build. So yeah, it's a pretty exciting time. So listen, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on another one really, really soon.